Headlines most affecting Abbotsford this week: a horrific car accident on Highway 1, an overnight ER closing, and Mission turning political. After the Chilcotin outflow, well, it's time for the cleanup, and Abbotsford Council's not going to meet in August. And minor football in the air. Alex Eriksson will have more in sports. All right, Abbotsford, let's get started. On Tuesday, a terrible accident on Highway 1 on the Chilliwack River Bridge. 2 people are dead. As we understand it, it was a mother and daughter. There are others injured. BC Highway Patrol still doing the investigation. We will have more information when it becomes available. Over the first part of the long weekend, from Friday night to Saturday morning, Mission Hospital's ER was closed because of understaffing, and patients were transferred to Maple Ridge. This has become an instant election issue for the local Progressive Conservative candidates Bruce Bandman and Lehn Gaspar. By the way, the provincial election is coming up on October the 19th. Fraser River panel met on last Friday, to receive an update on the migration of Fraser River sockeye and review the status of migration in the Fraser River watershed, including an update on the Chilcotin River landslide. Now, that happened on July the 31st, about 28 kilometers upstream from the confluence of the Fraser River. First Nations and provincial governments have enacted emergency management measures. The bulk of this water, though, has gone through the Mission gauge. With the debris and the outflow from that, we are still told to stay off, or taking boaters to stay off the Fraser River until this passes. It's the debris that was left behind that'll be similar to what happened in 2021. Remember the atmospheric river? So expect to hear chainsaws in the coming weeks, as there'll be plenty of winter firewood available along the shorelines. Canada's housing and affordability crisis is leaving some pet owners out in the cold, facing discriminatory no-pet clauses when they're forced to find new housing due to renovations and increasing rents. Humane Canada, in partnership with member humane societies and the SPCA, has launched a parliamentary petition to increase access to pet-inclusive housing across the country. Over 60% of Canadian households have cats and dogs. I'm one of them. And more than 70% identify them as family members. BC Transit and the City of Abbotsford announcing the return of the Air Show Shuttle. That'll be on the 10th and the 11th. This will connect to Route 66, the Fraser Valley Express. It'll run both Saturday and Sunday from 9:40 in the morning to 6 at night. Now, this shuttle will leave the Borken Exchange with stops at Old Yale and Clearbrook, McClure, and then again at Town Line, as well as High Street Mall before arriving at the Air Show site. It has always been a controversial move. However, Abbotsford's one of those districts in the province that does not have a scheduled city council meeting in August. Next council meeting, that's scheduled for September the 10th. Coming up, starting to look like football season. Sports with Alex is coming up.
Hi Abbotsford, this is Alex Eriksson bringing you sports. The weekend BCFC games were a polar opposite to each other. The Langley Rams had no trouble against the Prince George Kodiaks, blowing them out 42-7 at McLeod Stadium. Next up is a road trip to Nanaimo on Saturday, August 10th, and the Vancouver Island Raiders. The Valley Huskers literally disappeared as the Okanagan Sun remained 3-0 and shut the Huskers down 26-0 at Exhibition Field. The tradition continues. The showcase for minor football in the Fraser Valley is coming up. Chili Bowl 2024 will be August 16th, 17th, and 18th at Townsend Park in Chilliwack. Minor football teams from around the valley will be there, and there is a dedicated Facebook page for more information. Registration for the 2024 fall season with the Abbotsford Falcons is now closed. Registration for the 2025 spring flag season, as well as the 2025 fall tackle season, will open again early 2025. Go to the website for all the information. Abby's Nick Taylor didn't have the Olympics that he had planned, finishing no higher than 30th in the men's individual golf. He did say that even though he didn't medal, it was an experience of a lifetime. Coming up, Cari with the weather.
abbyTV weekend weather. So, Cari, another weekend for the sunscreen?
Hey friends, our weather this weekend, temperatures are going to stay in the high 20s, low 30s, and it's going to be really humid with a possible 40% chance of rain. Things are going to get a little bit cooler next week, Monday down to around the low 20s, and sun and cloud for the rest of the week, which is going to be quite nice. Fun fact, my last Olympic fact, art used to actually be an Olympic sport. You could get a medal for doing art. Thank goodness they got rid of that, because that's very subjective. Back to you, Don. Have a great week, everyone.
Thanks, Cari, and thank you for watching. If you have a local news story you'd like us to report on, you can always send us a note to news@chiltv.ca. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great weekend. I'm Don Lehn.